everyone. My name is Fairy Tempest, and I'm a weather fairy. I help bring about all the change in the seasons. You can also be my pen pal and write me fairy letters, and I'll reply. But for now, would you like to read a bedtime story with me? You would? Amazing! This is one of my favorite stories. The Last Unicorn. Isn't he cute? By Jemima Summer. Would you like to read it with me? Are you sure? Pull a silly face if you'd like to read the story. That's a hilarious face. You're very funny. Well, here we go. The Last Unicorn. Oh, look, there's me. What a beautiful forest. I'm also from a forest. The Enchanted Trove is where I live. Little Unicorn was the last unicorn in the whole wide world. More than anything, she wished for a unicorn friend to prance, play, and neigh with. Oh, she's all by herself. One day, Little Unicorn was feeling sad and lonely. Do you ever feel sad and lonely? I know I do sometimes. As she walked through the magical wood, Little Unicorn imagined the fun games that she could play with other unicorns. I wonder what games you could play with other unicorns. As tears filled the little unicorn's eyes, a tiny fairy landed on a branch beside her. "What's the matter, little unicorn?" asked the tiny fairy. "I'm the last unicorn in the whole wide world, and I have no one to prance, neigh, and play with," she sobbed. "Well, please don't cry," said the tiny fairy. "I'm sure I saw something with a horn just like yours by the magical fairy tree." Oh, I live in a fairy tree. Perhaps it's another unicorn. Follow me. Oh, and look, she's following the fairy. Little Unicorn trotted after the tiny fairy, and before long they heard a clippity-clop of hooves. Can you make that sound? "Maybe I'm not the last unicorn in the whole wide world after all," thought the unicorn excitedly. The sound of hooves stopped as they reached the magical fairy tree and head with long horns poked up through the bushes. But it wasn't a unicorn at all. It was a goat! "You've got too many horns to be a unicorn," because after all, uni means one, so unicorn means one horn. "You have too many horns to be a unicorn," said the little unicorn disappointingly to the goat. "You're right," said the goat, "but I did see something with only one horn by the magic toadstool, right up ahead." The little unicorn thanked the goat, and together they set off towards the magic toadstool ring with the tiny fairy. Oh, look, all three of them are going on an adventure. After a short canter, the little unicorn heard a loud drumming of hooves. In the distance, she spotted something with a single horn dancing towards them. "Maybe I'm not the last unicorn in the whole wide world after all," thought the unicorn excitedly. But it wasn't a unicorn at all. It was... what's that? A rhino! It's a very beautiful rhino. "You're not graceful enough to be a unicorn," said the little unicorn. "You're right," said the rhino, "but I did see something with one horn down by the mermaid pool. It was graceful too." The little unicorn thanked the rhino, and together they set off towards the mermaid pool with the tiny fairy and the goat. After a short gallop, the unicorn heard the sound of falling water. As she reached the mermaid pool, a single long horn cut out gracefully through the water. Look. Maybe I'm not the last unicorn in the whole wide world, thought the little unicorn excitedly. But it wasn't a unicorn at all. It was a narwhal. They are the unicorns of the sea. You don't have any legs, so you can't be a unicorn, said the little unicorn disappointingly. You're right, said the narwhal, but I am graceful and I have a long horn just like you. It is very beautiful. And look, there's a rainbow and everything. Oh. Tears filled the little unicorn's eyes again. I'm the last unicorn in the whole wide world, and I have no one to prance, play, and neigh with, she sobbed. It's very sad. But the unicorn remembered how kind the tiny fairy, the goat, the rhino, the narwhal had been to her while she was looking for a unicorn friend. Will you be my friends and prance and play and neigh with me? Asked the little unicorn. Yes, replied the unicorn's new friends all at once. The little unicorn and her friends played happily ever after. Oh look, and they all went back to the enchanted forest. I do love unicorns. I'm friends with a few unicorns. I also know the fairy unicorn princess, Fairy Stella. She's queen of all the unicorns. I'm sure she'd be friends with the little unicorn too. Maybe that was her in the book. It must have been Fairy Princess Stella. Well, that's all we have time for now. I hope you enjoyed our story. Remember, you can always come and visit us at the Enchanted Trove, where we upload all sorts of fun magical videos for you to watch as well. Bye for now. Have a magical day.